What's going on, MTM gang? It's your boy Vonzel, and we're back with some new training. Today, we're going to be looking at how to read the news on MyFX Book. Now, this is similar to reading it on Forex Factory as well, but we're going to look at MyFX Book, myfxbook.com, and we're looking at the economic calendar. So we're going to go through some housekeeping on this. On your left-hand side, you're going to have your date. All right, it's most important. Make sure you look at the date. That date is important because if you're looking at the wrong date for news, you're going to mess up your analysis. All right, so your date, and it has a time. Now, mine is converted into Eastern Standard, so you'll have to make sure you have your correct time zone on this. Next, we have the time to the left. Now, that means that check mark. If it's checked, it means it already happened. All right, it means that the news has already hit for this pair already on this particular subject or topic. And then you have the event. What's going on with this pair? AUDCAD, USD, GBP, all right? What is going on for that topic? You can click on it and it'll tell you exactly what's going on. Then the impact. You have the low, medium, and high. Your low, green, is going to be not so much of an impact. The medium can move that market, all right? It could give you a news spike. And the red means it's going to be a high impact, whether it be good or bad, but it will have an impact on it. It may not happen right at that time at 8:30 a.m. Eastern or 9:40 a.m. Eastern, but just know that sometime during that day, it could have a slow reaction at 2 to 3 hours later as well. Your previous, this is the previous percentage or the previous quotes on the pair. This is what happened previously, 81.4%, 65.2%. This is what happened previously in the news. Your consensus is an estimated guess. Your consensus doesn't really matter, so don't make your analysis based off the consensus. Take the consensus into consideration, all right, but don't make your analysis based off of the consensus. Now, that previous is what you want to look at the most because you need that previous, all right? So, for example, on CAD at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we're looking at employment change, all right? For the employment change, we have a red folder. We want to come to this MyFX book, and so we have a red folder. We knew that it was 94, all right, was your previous. Your consensus is 100, which means that they're expecting it to be better than before. The actual is what really happened. That actual turned red, which means that the CAD currency, CAD, Canadian currency, is going to be weak. So you're looking for anything that's attached to CAD to have a good movement. AUDCAD, USDCAD, EuroCAD. You're looking for these pairs to move pretty good. So CAD, that currency will be weak because that actual was lower than that previous. For a good impact, you want this actual to be higher than the previous. For a good upside or downside turn for your currency pair. So again, don't make your reactions towards the consensus. This is an estimated guess. Now, how do you know if it's good or bad? Well, the actual has to be better than the previous. That means that this is bad. All right, this is a bad impact on the CAD currency. All right, if this was green, such as this one right here, all right, this has a better impact on than the previous. So this has a better impact. So when you see the red, the actual is red, that means that it had a bad impact. When you see it green, that means it had a good impact on it. So that's how you're going to read that nice and simple. Now, how do you backtest this? To backtest this, you want to go to that time to see what actually happened. All right, so when you're making your analysis during the week, such as today's Sunday, all right, for Sunday, you want to go back and you want to backtest to see what happened during the last week or week before, or in general last month. You want to go back and backtest these employment changes for the CAD, because if you are trading these currency pairs, you need to know how it moves. So let's look at it 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Let's look at AUDCAD. AUDCAD, and we're going to go back to replay it at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So let's find 8:30 a.m. Eastern. All right, 8:30. All right, we're in the market right now. We have a time of, all right, 8:15. So 8:15 happens in the market. Now, if you're a breakout trader, all right, based off your confluences or your confirmations, you have your signals to get into the trade. All right, I am not a breakout trader, so I don't play the news right away off the bat at 8:30, waiting for it to come out. But if you are a breakout trader and you're waiting for this to come out, not knowing whether it's going to be good or bad, just based off your analysis, whether it go up or down, you want to make sure that you plot your pending orders. All right, plot your pending orders to be safer, because you may not catch that breakout trade at a market execution. It may take off on you, and you get in the middle of the candle is a bad entry. So, say you want to get into a sell. or buy, all right, you're going to go ahead and make your pending order. So let's see what this pair did. It's 8:15 in the morning, and we know that 8:30 a.m. Eastern, the news is going to hit. So playing this pair, let's see what the market does. 8:15, and we have one more 15-minute candle for 8:30. Let's see what this candle does, playing it back. As we see, it made a clear downside. That's your news candle, and it continued to go. All right, it continued to go. So we had an 8:30 candle right here. That's your 8:30 candle. That's your news candle coming down, had a bad impact on it. AUDCAD, that means that AUDCAD had a really good spike on this, really good spike on this right here, and had negative impact on the news coming all the way down, and it poured down here. So you probably caught about, let's see, if you have a good 15 pips just off that news spike on a 15-minute time frame. But ladies and gentlemen, this is how you want to look at the news. You want to read it this way. If you are a breakout trader, definitely be careful and use proper risk management. Guys, I hope this video helped you, and we'll see you soon.